Hey guys, how are you? This is Deb with Four Seasons Crafts. I'm so excited. Hopefully we'll wait a few minutes to see if anyone joins, and then we're just gonna get started here. We are going to make a card, and then we are going to go ahead and do our mystery stamping event. So I'm very excited about that. So this will be, I think, a lot of fun. It's funny, I'm looking out our picture window and it just started really raining outside. So it's kind of nice. I think it'll help with the grass. So we'll wait just one more minute here, and then we will go ahead and get started. So if you come on, by all means, make sure you comment. And that way I'll know who's here. Okay. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do, by the way, you guys, I am in our dining room. So normally I am in one of our spare bedrooms, and our daughter's home from college. And so, of course, that is her room, my recording room. And so I'm out here in the dining room, so you might hear all kinds of things as we're sitting here. So this ought to be fun. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start. We are going to make this card here. We're gonna make it a little bit different. We're gonna use the in colors, and we're gonna do a fun fold. So that should be a lot of fun. So we did a kind of a little survey earlier in the week, and I thought, okay, let's do this. We're going to do a cute fun fold. So whether you're a demonstrator watching this or just a customer, this is something that anybody can do. It's super easy and it's a lot of fun, and you're going to get to see a lot of the new in colors. So that's the card we're going to kind of improvise and make. We're going to use the Hello Ladybug Stamp Set, and we're going to use the Hello Ladybug Punch here. So that's what we're going to focus on today. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, we're also going to use the in colors. So we're going to do this fun fold. So we're going to start out with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 cardstock. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our paper trimmer, because we're going to need this here to cut and score our card base. So I'm going to make sure that I can see this. Here we go. All right, so we are, so it's already cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to 5 1/2, and we're going to create our score line. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move it over to 2 inches on either side. Doesn't really matter, because we'll just flip the card either way. So we're going to move it to 2 inches, and then we're going to cut this piece off. So we're going to keep this, and that is all we need right now for our paper trimmer. A lot of the other items I've already cut, so we are in good shape there. Okay, so now we're going to take our card, and this is how we're going to actually fold it. So it's going to be landscape, and we're going to take our bone folder here, and we will just crease the edges so we can get a nice flat line. And let's go ahead and bring in the other pieces we're going to need to make this card. All right. Now, one of the other things I want to do, actually, guys, I meant to do this too. So these are our instructions and the items that we need for our Saturday Sleuth stamping time. So I think I wanted to kind of keep this here as well. So in case any of you did need the instructions, you could see them. They are also posted, by the way, on another post in this group here, but I'll go ahead and just leave them over there. All right, so let's go back. So we now have our piece of cardstock here. The other pieces we are going to need is this piece here that is going to fit right on top. And this is part of that In Color Designer Series paper. And I just love this plaid. And on the opposite side, it's dots. So I'm just gonna say, if any of you have the strawberry, the old strawberry punch that just retired or stamp set, this would make a beautiful strawberry. You could literally punch it out and I think it would look like a strawberry. And then you have, let me show you the other patterns as well, just so you can see them. The other pattern on that paper is lines and then flowers. So really super cool. All right, so we're gonna take this piece of designer paper and we're gonna go ahead and adhere this down. Always the nice thing, right, about designer series paper. So you guys, I have been gone the last several weeks. It was getting a little crazy with, you know, kind of the new catalog, and then we had a craft show, and then I had a mother-daughter card making event that I got to participate in, and we did some, there were about 18 ladies, and we did some cards for the mothers and for the daughters to make for each other. So that was a lot of fun. All right, now we're going to take this piece here, and then we are going to take our piece of white cardstock here, and this is what we're gonna put it down here. But before we do, we're gonna want to stamp this. So let's go ahead, and we're gonna need our sponge kind of mat. Now I use this one, you guys. They also Stampin' Up! Also makes a Pierce mat, but I really like that. This is the one that comes with your Stamparatus. So it's kind of twofold, right? You buy the Stamparatus and you're going to get this nice mat that when you use your photopolymer stamps, this will allow you to get that cushion that you don't get inside of the stamp itself. So I have a piece of scrap paper here I'm going to be using as my background. Okay. And this is, we're going to be using this flower punch. So you'll see on the example I showed you initially, see there's flowers here, they're larger. I'm using the smaller flowers that come in that same set. Our dog is in here. We have little hair everywhere. All right, so we're going to take this first color, Starry Sky, and we're just going to stamp this flower on our cardstock here. And we'll just put a couple of them, okay? And we'll move that out of the way, put it over there, and we'll need our, because we're using the same stamp, we're gonna need to make sure we clean our stamps pretty good. And I'm using this chamois here that you can get, and mine is pretty well worn. And I'll tell you, all you guys do is just, I ran it under water and wrung it out. And then I store it in one of the cases that you get from Stampin' Up! And it's super good, super nice. That's the order number, just in case anybody wants to know. All right, now we're gonna take Tahitian Tide. This is a lovely color. Absolutely love it. So the thing I like about this card here is we're actually gonna use every color of the new In Colors. So it's kind of cool. That one, I might not have dried off my, okay, so here we go. Just wipe that off again. And then now we're gonna use Orchard Oasis. And we'll put a little of this on there. So it's like purple. And kind of go right about here. Yeah, I think on the blue, I don't know if you guys can see, it looks a little wonky. Wonky. Is that a technical? That's a technical term. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to use Sweet Sorbet. This is another one. And we'll put this on. And this is obviously the colored paper that we're also using. So we'll just put one there. And then we'll kind of take the two ends and use our last color, which is Parakeet Party. So super nice green here that we're going to use. All right, so we're going to go ahead, stamp that, put it in right there, and then we'll take the other side and stamp it right there. And there you have it. That's it. So now we have a nice colorful background there for our card. All right, we're going to put all these away except for our Starry Sky, because we'll use that one again for our greeting. And actually, let's go ahead and do that now. So the greeting for our card is going to be, you can bug me anytime. And we're just going to put that right here on our, here we go. And now what we're going to do is we're actually just going to kind of cut the edge here off. And then if you guys take your scissors, kind of cut a line in between, and then you can just make a nice little kind of tag arrow there. Oops, didn't quite get over there, did I? There we go. And there you have it. That gives us our nice end. Now you can also, of course, I have the punch as well. So it just depends on how much stuff I have going on. Today seems like a lot. All right, so here we go. So this is our greeting. So now we're ready to, let me get this out of the way so you guys can see the instructions if you need them. All right, so now we're ready to assemble our card. So we are going to take, we're going to take this piece here and we're just going to adhere it right on to this piece of Sweet Sorbet right here. Move that out of the way. So we were supposed to get rain earlier here and we didn't. And so it's kind of nice. I think, you know, it'll be nice to have the rain, honestly. It keeps the grass nice and green. All right. Go. All right. Now we're going to take this, and what you're going to do is you're going to line it up. I shouldn't do it this way. We're going to line it up right up against our the edge of our cardstock right here. So because of that, you're going to want to find out where that line crosses. So you don't want to put glue under here. You want to keep it over on this side. So we're going to turn this over and we're going to put some adhesive right on this side here. Go. And now we'll just turn it over again. Line it up one more time, kind of in the center. So you have space here and space there at the top. Line it up, put that right down, and there you have it. All right. Now what we're going to do is I've already punched out, but I will just show you here. So what I want to do is we're going to want to make some ladybugs, and we're just going to punch them out of black cardstock. Now you can either stamp them and then cut and then punch them out, and you'll get a thin white border, which I love that look, or you can just stamp them with black cardstock. So for this card, we're going to just we're just going to cut them out, and we're going to have 3 different ladybugs. Now let me tell you, when you punch these out, you're going to want to start at the bottom, because if I start up here, you'll see I'm also going to get wings, and I don't want the black wings. So start at the bottom of your cardstock, and that way now when I go to punch my second one, you guys will see that it doesn't matter, because this, see, there's nothing there that I care about. And then we'll do one more, and there we go. And you get a lot of pieces that kind of fly around. Okay, let's get that out of our way. All right, so here are our 3 ladybugs that we need. And then we need some wings. And what I did was I took some of the sheets of glimmer paper that comes in the new catalog. And this is the glimmer paper. Isn't that beautiful? So it's dark up here and then goes light. But I absolutely love these colors. They're super pretty. And you can see I've already punched out the wings. But I love how it goes dark to light. So you get totally different shades of those colors. So I have wings here. And I'm going to go ahead and use probably a set of the Orchid Oasis. We'll use the Parakeet Party and Sweet Sorbet. And then I also have, of course, Starry Sky. But we'll put those off to the side. And these are the 3 colors that we're going to use here. All right, so now I'm going to adhere our wings right onto our ladybugs here. So again, we're just going to take a little bit of our adhesive, pop those right down. You'll want to make sure you don't go too far past the edge of the wings. So if it's better for you to put it right on the ladybug, you can do that as well. You can just put some right here and we'll adhere that. There we go. There is our second ladybug. And then we'll do our third one. Again, just a little bit of glue. And I have to tell you, I should be pulling in and using the small bottle, but we'll stick with this one for now. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. We have 3. And now we're just going to take these and we're going to pop these up on some dimensionals. And we're just going to place them in various spots on our card, wherever we think we might want them. And you can put them obviously in any direction you want. So I want mine to be kind of on those corners and then over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my greeting here and I'm going to put that right in the center. So let me glue this down first. That way I know I have enough room on my card without accidentally kind of running over it. Now, one of the things I found, and I wanted to say this, I've created so many cards and I've put dimensionals underneath just a thin layer of white cardstock. And you know, guys, it always seems bumpy. I find the more cards I make, it's better if you're not going to layer under a piece of colored cardstock, just to adhere it with adhesive, like with glue, onto your cardstock. I think that works a lot better. Now, our little ladybugs here, we are going to put these on some dimensionals. So you're going to have to know kind of where you want the ladybug to fall, and then that's where you can put your dimensionals, because what you don't want to happen is for you to put it down and then it falls down in here, because then you can't obviously open your card, right? So we'll put it right there and voila, we're good. And now we'll put our red one up over here. Again, just a couple dimensionals. And this one, of course, is all on the card, so it doesn't really matter for this particular one. So we'll just put it right here. And then we'll put our green one right there. So again, 2 on kind of the back of the back side of our body. And then the head can kind of fall over there a little bit. There we go. And again, just double check. And there we have it. Now we'll take the inside and we'll adhere this down, and we have one more item to do for our card. And to finish it off, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so we'll do this right here. And there we have it. All right, there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our black dots. We're gonna use our Take Your Pick tool, and we're just gonna add some of these small ones on the back. You're gonna notice on this particular card, I used some of our in colors, but on this particular one, I thought I would use black, and then you guys could take a look and tell me which one you think. So these are just the matte, the black matte dots. And we'll see how these kind of look on our little ladybugs. Oops, I almost. And there we go. And this we'll put maybe a big one and two little ones. You know, when I first started, I think I've told you guys this before about, you know, kind of different things that you have and you think that if you use them, you're going to run out. And I tell you, it's amazing when you buy something, you really do get a lot. It's amazing how you don't run out too terribly quickly. And I made a whole bunch of cards. Sarah and I did, our daughter, for a craft show. And it's amazing how many cards you can get out of a pack of paper. Absolutely amazing. All right, and there you have it, all done. So this is the card we made here, and then this is the one that was like it. So you guys have to tell me which one you like better. I actually I guess I put them on all three of them here, didn't I? And here I just used two. So I don't know. I kind of like those black. I'm kind of liking the black dots. All right, and then I want to show you one other card I made with this ladybug set for a color challenge. So I will move those off to the side. I'll show you this one, and then we are going to start right in on. I want to show you something about a promotion, and then we're going to get right into our Saturday Sleuth mystery stamping. I made this card too. These are the actual ladybugs I stamped, and I don't know if I didn't get a good stamp or what. They all kind of have the same markings. So, excuse me, I probably should have used my Stamparatus, but this is Pool Party, Mango Melody, and Melon Mambo, and I absolutely loved the color combination, but that was kind of the challenge, is pick one of the color combos that Stampin' Up! Has and make a card with it. And I absolutely love those colors. I really did. And I like these little ladybugs. This is very simple. I mean, it's a fun fold, but all I did was create a score line at the 1-inch mark and then folded it over. And I thought that was kind of a neat way, and a very simple way to make a fun fold. Just makes it a little bit different for your, to make a card for your customer, if you're a demonstrator, or for yourself. And this one also, right, it was just a regular 4 1/4 by 11. We scored at 5 1/2, and then we cut at a 2-inch mark. And that was it. And then we took that 2-inch piece, we turned it sideways, and then that's what becomes kind of our little window fold there. All right, there we have it, guys. We are done with that. Okay, I want to tell you about a couple promotions right before we get into stamping, and then we are going to start with our mystery stamping. So right now, Stampin' Up! Is having a promotion, and it is for the starter kit. Anytime you buy the starter kit, it's $99 plus tax, free shipping, and for the $99 plus tax, you get to pick $125 of product for that $99. And it's, and again, as you make those purchases, you want to get it right up to that $125 because you can't go over. But $125 worth of product, that alone is a really good deal. And what you get for that $125, in addition, or for the $99, in addition to $125 in product, you also get a paper pumpkin kit. It's a past paper pumpkin kit, but it's a paper pumpkin. You get a stamp, an ink spot, cards, I mean, all kinds of things in that paper pumpkin. So those retail at $23. So you add that on to what you're already getting, and you're at about $148 worth of merchandise right there. Well, Stampin' Up! For the month of May only is offering this deal where when you become a demonstrator, and again, you can consider it also a discount shopper, where you don't have to sell it, you don't have to do classes, you don't have to do videos. You can just purchase the starter kit, and then from that point forward, you will get 20% off anything you buy. And you get the discount right away when you order as a demonstrator. You don't have to pay full price and then get your 20% back. And then once you buy a certain amount, then you get 25% off. So it is very much a good deal. And if you have a group of friends that maybe you craft with, it's another great way just to kind of place your orders together and save. So with this additional, so you get the $125 for $99, you also get a pack of grid paper, a pack of the 2022-2024 in colors, the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And that is, I think it's 2 sheets, no, take that back. It is 4 sheets, I believe, 4 sheets of each color. So you get 4 sheets of each color of cardstock. You get all the ink pads, all the in color ink pads, plus you get a package of the in color designer series paper. You get all this, which I want to say is $66 worth of product, in addition to the $125 plus paper pumpkin kit for $99. So for $99, you're getting almost $200 worth of product. And you don't pay shipping, which to me is just a deal in and of itself. So that's almost 50% off of everything that you're buying. And it's better than, you know, what you get in the future, but it's a great deal. So I just really encourage you guys, if you are interested, you can go to shop4seasonscrafts.com, and there in the upper right hand corner, there's a join button that you can click on to join and become a demonstrator. So that's that. Okay, if you say, I don't want to do that, I love it, I like the in colors, but I don't want to become a demonstrator, there is also this deal. And this is what I'm doing for customers. And what this is all the in color products for $100. So it's $100 in color bundle. And what you're doing is you're going to get all the ink pads. You're going to get a pack of that 8.5 by 11 cardstock, the markers, and then you're going to get, and actually you get 4 of the 5 sheets. So you're not, or 4 each of 5 colors. You're going to get that whole pack. You're going to get the markers. Then for the designer series paper, you're going to get 2 sheets of each. Okay, so you're going to get 2 sheets of each color. Then you're going to get a whole pack of the matted decorative dots. You're going to get 2 yards each of these 5 in colors in the twine. And I have that here that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm trying to think where I put it. Obviously not right here, so that's okay. I'll find it when I'm done, right? You're also going to get then 2 yards each of each one of the in color ribbons, and then you're going to get 1 sheet each of that glimmer paper I showed you. So the nice thing about this is you get a little of everything for that $100. There's a lot of people that offer you get 1 color a month, which is great. But if you want all 5 colors, all right now, this is an awesome deal. Plus, you're going to get a card kit from me where you can actually use all those in colors. Now, there's one other option if you if you want the $100, you can also choose this option here. And this is where you're also going to get all 5 ink refills plus all 10, both the light and the dark, in all of the Stampin' blends. So you can add all 10 of the markers plus all 5 ink refills for $175. And then what you're going to get is not only the card kit, but you're also going to get a packet of the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. And I don't have those in front of me here. I was seeing if I had my catalog. I think it's across the room, so I won't, but they are gorgeous. If you guys go online and you look at Tea Boutique, basically there's a card and envelope for each shade of the new ink colors. They're absolutely beautiful. So you're going to get a whole pack of those free when you purchase this particular bundle. So that is that. Let me know, and you'll email me if you're interested, because these are bundles that I'm offering. You can email me and I will send you an email with a link, and then you will pay through that, and then I will go ahead and place that order for you. So, okay, I think that's it. I think we're ready for some mystery stamping. So here we go. These are the instructions. So the first clue was you have a colored cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. All right, so we are going to go on to the next clue. Here is clue number 2. Adhere your colored cardstock layer that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 to the card base using your adhesive. So that is clue number 2. Now, if you want, when you are done, you can type in done, or just wait a couple minutes. We'll give you guys a few minutes to do that, and then we'll move on to our next clue. So you have a piece of colored cardstock, and you're going to adhere that right onto your card base from clue number 1. That's the easy part, right? I don't really have much to do. I can kind of clean up while you guys are stamping and gluing. All right, we are going to move on to the next clue. Here is your next one, clue number 3. You're going to add the DSP layer that measures 3 3/4 by 5 to the card front with adhesive. So you had a piece of DSP. You're going to put that on, the one that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and put that on the front of your card. So it stopped raining here. Give you guys the play-by-play on our rain situation. So we had a nice little rain. It was perfect. My husband was debating on going out and watering, and God watered for us, so we didn't need to. How nice is that? All right. Okay. Oops. All right. Here is our next clue. Oops. To get the clues in. It looks like I have a little clue out of order here. Oops. Let me put this one down. See if I have it. Oh, I think I just have. I think we're good. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now you're going to take your piece. This is clue number 4. You're going to emboss. You have a piece that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and you are going to emboss it. This is a basic white layer. You can use any embossing folder you would like. Obviously, you probably want one that matches your design, but that's the nice thing. It's your masterpiece. You can use any color you want. All right. Give you guys a few more minutes. If you are watching the replay, you guys can always pause if you need more time on some of these. So okay, moving along. Now you're going to adhere that embossed basic white layer to the piece of colored cardstock that's 2.5 by 2.5. So you'll just use your adhesive and adhere those two together. Now, when you guys are done with your card, you need to make sure you can post a picture below. I would love to see them. I will post my final card and I'll show it to you guys before we're done here as well. Okay, moving on to clue number 6. Now you're going to take those layers that you just glued together and you are going to adhere them to the top of the front of your card. Now you don't need to put it way at the top. So you don't want it like right up to the top, but you want it, you know, somewhere up in here, okay? Where maybe the top of your card is hitting up here, if that makes sense. Okay, so not too far up, maybe about like right here, about 3/4 of an inch, an inch down, okay? And you are going to adhere that using dimensionals, okay? We're going to give it a little height. All right. All right, moving on. Clue number 7. You're going to stamp your sentiment on the basic white cardstock scrap. You can use any ink color. So now we're just going to stamp our sentiment that we want to use for our card. So whatever color you chose, always exciting to see the differences, right? Okay. Okay, clue number 8. Now what I want you to do is I want you to cut your stamped sentiment, and you can use scissors, your paper trimmer, a punch out, you can punch it out, whatever. You're gonna layer it on some cardstock. So I'm kind of giving you a little bit of a hint there for the next step, but so just think about that, how you might want that to look, whether you punch it or stamp it. But go ahead and cut your sentiment, whether it's, you know, if you did like a long one, maybe you'll want to cut a rectangle, because remember we did it on scrap paper, which this is the great thing about using scraps, right? Okay. Again, if you're watching the replay, you can just press pause between each clue, and we're going to move on. All right. Now, clue number 9, you're going to take that sentiment you just stamped, and now you're going to create a matte layer for your sentiment with the scrap of colored cardstock. I think I'm ready for a nap. So I'm going through these a little quicker than I probably would, just because we don't really have anyone joining us. And I know we're right around big graduations and open houses and proms and all kinds of things. So we might be getting kind of stuck in there on a Saturday night at that time. Okay, I'm going to move along. Clue number 10. Now you're going to adhere the basic white sentiment layer that has the colored cardstock layer together. So you're going to adhere the mat you just created in clue number 9 to clue number 8, which was your stamp sentiment. All right, clue number 11. You're going to add that sentiment layer that you just glued together to the bottom of the card front, and you're going to pop that up on dimensionals. So you're going to give it a little height. Okay, and moving on to clue number 12. Now I want you to stamp an image. One of the supplies was to have an image. You're going to stamp it on the basic white scrap and cut or punch it out using your snips, punches, or dies. If your image requires coloring, so if you picked an image that when you stamp it is just an outline, you'll want to go ahead and color that now. And again, when you guys are done, I would love to see your card, even if you do it later. All right, clue number 13. You're going to add the image to the basic white 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. That's the one that you embossed. So you're going to take this image you just created and you're going to layer that right on top with adhesive. And again, you guys can pause if you're watching until that step is done. I'm going to go ahead and we'll go on to step number 14. And now you're going to embellish your card. So if you want to put on any rhinestones, ribbons, dots, linen thread, etc., you're going to go ahead and put that on the front of your card. This is always requires more decisions, right? Okay, and then number 15, you're going to add the basic white cardstock 4 inches by 5 1/4 to the inside of your card with adhesive. And there's a minute to do that step. Okay, and I'm going to show you, so let me show you what stamp set and punch I used for my card, and then I'll show you the card. So I did the same steps you guys just went through, and I used Bottled Happiness with the punch, so absolutely love this stamp set. And this is my card. So I used Fresh Freesia, and I had some wood grain designer that came from the Honeybee Home set, and then just a little bit of the ribbon. And there you go. And then your card should open up like this. And I just ended up taking another image and putting that inside. That was not part of the steps, by the way. But you can see how you can add to it. And then I used brick. I love that 3D brick and mortar embossing folder. So I hope you guys had fun with that. I would love to know, I know we didn't get a lot of participants here live, but I would love to know if this is something you would like to do in the future. I'd love to maybe make it something that we do maybe every other week, It's just a fun way to stamp together. And let me know too if there's a better day to do I'll have to come up with another name if we do it on a different day, because this one says this is our Saturday Slew mystery stamping. But if we need to come up with a new day, we absolutely can do that. But I think this is just a fun way to craft. Anyhow, if you guys have any questions about any of the products or the mystery stamping or the specials that that I went through with you, by all means, email me at stampingwithbear@gmail.com, or feel free to visit shop4seasonscrafts.com or fourseasonscrafts.com, whatever, wherever you can go. Lots of different places, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. All right, thanks guys for joining. Take care. Bye. Have a wonderful Sunday. See ya.